My name is Rick. I'm a technical support representative at Line 6, and today I'm going to show you how to correctly physically connect your new Pod Studio UX2 to your computer, speakers, headphones, whatever you choose to monitor out of, and get it running the way it needs to be. So you just bought a Pod Studio UX2. This is the box. It comes with some software, comes with a USB cable. So what I'm going to do, let's take it out of the box and see what we got inside here. So we got our USB cable. It's a standard USB cable. It's what you're going to use to connect the device to your computer. This is a USB audio interface. We also have some software in here. The Pod Studio UX2 comes with a light copy of Ableton Live. Comes with a version of RiffWorks called RiffWorks T4. All of your warranty card information is in here. Make sure you read all of that. Make sure you register your device at line6.com if you haven't. The serial number will be located on the back of the device. And as you can see here, we've got our copy of Live, we've got our copy of RiffWorks, and we've also got our copy of Reason Adapted. It comes with your Pod Studio UX2. We're going to just set the software aside for now. We're not going to really worry about that. And we're going to focus on the device itself. So let's get it out of the box here. Okay, so this is your new Pod Studio UX2 audio interface. I'm just going to give you a quick overview of the inputs and outputs, the knobs on this little guy, and how everything works. So overall, to the right hand side here, we've got our headphone output. This is a 1/4 inch stereo jack. We've got a padded guitar input and a normal guitar input. The difference between the two is the padded input set up to handle a hotter guitar bass instrument signal. We've also got our plus 48 volt phantom power switch here for condenser microphones. If you're running a condenser microphone that doesn't have, that requires phantom power, you're going to want to make sure this is on. And we've got our XLR inputs, mic 1 and mic 2. Obviously this is where you plug your mic into. On the back of the unit, we've got our line inputs for any line level instruments that you may want to plug into the audio interface, drum machines, keyboards, things of that nature. We've got our foot switch jacks if you have a momentary switch that you want to plug in to the tone port to turn effects on and off with the Pod Farm software. You can do that as well. USB port, the plug that goes to your computer. We've got a digital out or a SPDIF out or an SP diff out. It's a digital connection, and you can actually run this to other audio interfaces if you choose. We've got a monitor input. This allows you to monitor your signal, and we also have two analog outputs, left and right. These are all 1/4 inch. So these are your inputs and outputs on both sides of the unit. So probably one of the most popular questions we get, whether it be from our support community online or through the phones, is I'm not getting any sound out of my tone port, or how do I get sound? How do I connect it? So this is really the point of this video today. I'm going to show you a couple of different ways you can actually connect this device to your computer to get sound, and you just need to figure out what works best for you. So I've got my USB cable here. This is connected to the back of my computer. We recommend using the USB ports in the back of your computer. They're a little bit more robust. I realize that today a lot of desktop computers come with USB ports in the front. Sometimes they're a little flaky, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. So if you can free up a port in the back, that's the way to go. So this is connected to the back of my computer, and I'm going to plug this in to the tone port. We have another video tutorial online that talks about how to install USB audio drivers on the device. So if you're not sure how to install a driver, if you're not sure how to install the Pod Farm software that works with this device, make sure to check out that video tutorial in the Pod Farm Pod Studio video tutorial community. They install just like any other audio drivers or and any other software. You can find all of our software on our software downloads page online. at line6.com. So we're plugging this USB cable in right now under the assumption that our drivers are installed, and actually, as you can see from the VU meters here, how they're solidly lit, our drivers are installed. If they weren't installed, you'd see these clip lights blinking back and forth here, and that's a solid indication that your USB audio drivers are not installed. Okay, so how do you get sound out of the Pod Studio UX2? A lot of people plug the USB cable into the audio interface and stop and expect to get sound, and that's not how it works. The tone port will accept an input signal from a guitar, microphone, or a line level instrument, and that signal will travel through a digital realm down the USB cable, and you'll end up getting a signal into your audio application, but it still doesn't allow you to monitor your signal. And when we say monitor, we mean hear your signal audibly. So that still requires audio cables, and that's what these inputs and outputs on the tone port are for. So